Good afternoon, everyone. It's been a wonderful weekend. We've had highs and lows for a lot of these teams, but today we will crown our European champion for the field finale. Welcome. I am Meet and Greet. Join with me today is Danny Boy. Danny, how you doing?
I'm doing fabulous and doing great, and a bit of a rush start in terms of the afternoon for myself here, so energized to go. But what about yourself, Greg?
I woke up a couple hours ago, so we're good to go. I'm on Eastern time, so it totally works out for me. I have a little bit of a doubleheader myself today. I'm gonna do the EU field and then have a couple hour break, and then we got the NA field to start right back up. So it's gonna be a very busy day, a whole lot of action, a lot of teams about to make some good money this evening. For those of you who don't know, first place today gets $1,500. It's a double elimination bracket too, all best of fives. The lower bracket up until the semifinals will be best of three to move things along. Second place will get a nice chunk of change as well, 500 US dollars. Third and fourth, 250 US dollars each. So, Danny, I mean, at Rival, I was saying this yesterday. At Rival Esports, we like to spread the love a little bit, and we know how to have a good time.
Well, that's absolutely true, and that's our prize pool that you were talking about. Sounds fabulous, and I'm just trying to work out what would I do with it. And I'll be honest with you, mate, I like the shirt that you're wearing today here, and that looks pretty new by my knowledge. Would that be accurate?
Yeah, it is shop.rivalesports.com. That's where you can get this shirt. Our mods will put it in the chat. I like plugging stuff. So, we also got hats as well. I got a rival beanie as well. I have like other rival hats. I have a rival dad hat too. So, like we got everything we need. Um, Now, we got to talk about this first matchup. AW3 versus Athletix Esports. This is going to be very crucial first match. I'm looking at this AW3 squad right now. I was taking a gander at what they were doing yesterday, and I'm not really surprised. Sweeps across the board, didn't drop a single game so far over this two-day tournament. We'll see what day two has, though, of course. Could be different day, different energy for these players, but they have pretty good momentum.
Oh, they have a fabulous momentum. That sort of sweep that you talk about. Keep the running, keep moving, keep ticking. Hugely important as well. And do you know what? I had a bit of a luxury to an extent as the resident European caster. You look at sort of the League, where they are originally from, of course, all the Norwegian players. They clean sweep the entirety of their own country. They are the best of that region. So that's a statement and a half where you look at potentially at the other side of the field here. Two-thirds French, one Switzerland, and I know our good friend Digital Bacon will be cheering in the background on one particular side here.
I was taking a look at AW3's recent results, and they had two first place victories in Norwegian events in the past week. So, I mean, this is a team that's looking very hot. Uh, I almost want to. I want to vote, but I really can't. So I want to look at what the Twitch chat is saying, and the Twitch chat is not helping me out at all. 50% from both sides. Goodness gracious, folks. It's so indecisive.
Oh, it's so slightly moved as you said that, but it's going back and forth. This is fabulous. It's just trying to see who, the balance tip the scale. It's just near enough neutral. If it was myself, though, not to sway chatter anyway, Greg, and maybe to guide you the right way, I'm going to have to back my boys. Seeing Bacon has taken the Swiss scene, I'll take the Norwegians. AW3, but I've got one caveat, though, to this. They beat my precious liquid. So it stings that I've got to back them on this one, but they are a fabulous side to play against.
Well, how about this? Let's get this game one underway. We have the players ready to go. It's going to be best of five, folks. So first to three, of course. So, that's how we've been doing it all weekend. Let's get this one started, Danny.
It should be a fabulous series, and it should be a fabulous match all together there. And you know what? When you look at this sort of lineup as well, you mean Seed being sub as well, Inferno, and Jonas as well. You look at those three on that roster at AW3, sweet going into it. Well, momentum being a huge key off it, and so far they have to play defense here, so we're getting a flavor of everything from AW3 today.
Yeah, we will. Let's see, 30 seconds in. I'm trying to see what Mino is going to do. The solo plays might be working right now. I want to see some passes, but of course we literally just started, but already the pressure is on the side of Athletix Esports. They know that AW3 is coming in with a lot of momentum. They got to quash that early on.
I have to, and I know the sort of the mid lane there being used and pelted, but I love the fact AW3 controlling the back lane, so are not being forced into it. That shot slightly wide, so nerves obviously playing a factor. They haven't been on stream just yet today, so they are a side that used to being streamed, but every day is always different here. But Athletix Esports played an actually game in Alliance, funny enough, the sort of the fringe sort of LAN use, of course, based on current circumstances, done online this year. Hasn't been too bad, came out through second, and they've actually were played quite decently, just lost to the Eversack roster, who actually made the major in, well, actually, a few of the fall regionals, just slightly missed out on the actual major itself, so decent quality, and we might have our first chance as well.
So close, the opportunity goes by the wayside, though, and we still remain tied here in game one. But again, both teams heating up. I'm liking this energy so far. Playing very quick. Who's going to make that first mistake? Going to be so crucial.
Jonas is moving that one nicely back into the middle, and so far mistakes has been brought down to minimalistic, not yet resulting into a goal. So when you look at the series, you look at each individual game and you're sort of trying to work out there, where's the faults, where's the play going to come from. AW3, they have gone for the pass and play, but it's the accuracy. Is it just a case of a small delay, just get themselves back into the rhythm here, Greg, where they're just trying to find themselves in this matchup?
Yeah, let's see here. See, 1-2, can't get it past Alexit. Things starting to heat up a little bit now on the AW3 side. Athletix Esports, they bring the ball all the way downtown. They can create an opportunity, but it just fizzles away. I need to see some more cohesion on that blue, or on the orange half of the field as Inferno. You can see, waiting like a viper to strike this one.
Well, you were asking for when that mistake sometimes could appear, and there it was, but I asked for a pass, there arrives, and AW3, who has been faultless throughout the bracket, showing a bit of delicacy in their class here, and Jonas once more just brings it across to, and that's a lovely pass into the middle. That could be converted for two, sadly not, and back down the other side of the French roster mainly could maybe just poke a bit of a ball on target. Not happening here, so it's nice to see the goal has occurred onto this matchup, and finally sort of the teams can feel a bit more loose now.
2 minutes to go here into game one. I really like the creativity that's starting to come out for AW3. They're getting into sort of this rhythm, but now they have to play some critical defense here. Inferno's going to make that save. Fireman Jonas Might have the opportunity. Can Inferno get there? It does, but oh goodness, couldn't put it on target.
He's going to be slightly crying after that one. He would like to wind the clock a bit back, but still, nonetheless, they have the pressure. They've enjoyed the more of the spell off it. And Jonas, per touch backwards, it was a force 50, and they'll have a free chance to move it upfield to get something going in Inferno. Backs away. I love the fact AW3 rotation right now. We've seen it time and time again, but when it's on form, could be one of the most difficult sides to beat down.
1 minute to go here. Athletix Esports desperately needs to score here. They're not going to have many opportunities left. Minnow is going to get some help from MX, but Fireman Jonas doing everything in his power. Keep that ball away from that offense.
Well, near enough had the second one, and so far AW3 haven't had to play much defence in this our last 30 seconds approaching. They will have to do so, but they've been comfortable, they've enjoyed the better bit of gameplay for their account here, but it's the opening game here on Rival, and mate, you have to give them credit as well on the day here. They want to take that juicy prize pool, as you talked about the pre-show. They're a side that looks very competent to do so today.
They're looking really great, but of course this is only a 1-goal score differential here in game 1, and plenty of opportunities left. This one might just get too far away. But this might still be an opportunity. MX is going to keep this alive. And Inferno is there. Here comes Steve to hit it away. Touches the ground. AW3, they will take game 1, but it was hotly contested.
It was, and during their league play of, say, Telia League, and they were the masters of shutting games out, especially with the close down. You saw in the rotation earlier when they got the 1-0. They didn't push too far up. They didn't venture when they needed to. They just done their job, and that was it. But Athletix Esports, for the first time, really started getting into the rim, playing the likes of AW3 much more at a high stakes or competitive state. Not a bad showing, but best of 5, of course, here in the upper semi-final. Not too bad. They've kept it close.
They've kept it close. I mean, the Athletix started out a little too slow for my liking. They started to pick up the heat there at the last 2 minutes of gameplay, but just was not enough. They didn't force AW3 to make any mistakes either. And that goal from Inferno, I think, was a very interesting one, because you could tell that Inferno was waiting pretty much towards the midfield, waiting for that ball to be in perfect position, and then just took it away from the defense. The defense had no idea what was going on, led to that easy one. And now, right off the bat, opportunities galore. Athletix Esports respond.
Oh, this is perfect. After losing the first game, you just feel like you've got to make a statement. Within 10 seconds, you just knock the front door down, and you just let AW3 know that you're here. That's the perfect response by them. And AW3, well, can they stabilize after the kickoff?
Well, it looks like they will, but big save. Big save coming through from Mino. Keep that one away.
Too bad. Patient bit of gameplay by both sides, and already 30 seconds deep into it, it's a 1-0 game. And we were talking about this when you were doing your own streams as well, Greg, during the Manti fields and in the form of each month that went by. And we appreciate the fact of a 0-0 or a 1-0 game, where plenty of other casters would love to see 6-7 goals bonanza, and that's a foul to stop there to block it out too. AW3, I had questions about their defence. They weren't put under much pressure. It's not too bad.
It's not too bad. I think they're playing extremely well. Their rotations are on point, and they're not giving themselves, or they're not giving Athletix any real openings. Now, granted, that first goal, you can chalk it up to just like, wow, they came into game 2 not recognizing the threat that was coming their way, but they've kind of solidified themselves here. And I want to actually see how Seed's going to take this one off the backboard. The problem I see from Athletix is that they just allowed Seed to bring it up like that with no direct challenge, just giving them free reign to do what you want. You gotta send someone up for that. You cannot give just free, clear opportunities if you want to sustain pressure.
Well, so far, that's what's been lacking since the first goal. That pressure to be mounting against one side, in particular AW3 in the first game of the series was excellent at that performance. And that's a nice shot. The second going into a pass.
Oh.
Fabulous block there, and Inferno to put the screw on, turns it tight, and the second excellent save by the French roster.
Right here. Big critical moment. Can they keep this ball on this blue half, keep sustaining that pressure, take away that boost, and potentially tie this one up? It looks like they will continue on, forcing a save from Alexit. MX tried desperately to get this one away. AW3 just keep on sustaining this offense. When is this Athletix defense going to crack?
That's a good question. Frankly, AW3, they also have maybe a bit of seep coming into the bit of the play as well too, in form of, are they going to have more doubts? When are they able to crack? When they're going to convert those chances into actual goals? Because there's no point having the pressure if you're not able to score. Athletic, after all the pressure they did receive, after absorbing it, they were able to have one chance. Sadly, runs all the way back in the retreat and blocks the shot until save.
What?
Mighty thump up the crossbar, and all the watts in the world couldn't even put that one in. No bar in the generator could still withstand the pressure.
Oh my goodness, pixels away. This is how close AW3 has been this entire game to tying this one up, as we have passed the 2-minute remaining mark now. Can they find a way? Will Athletix just somehow keep this away? This ball, the shots, they're not on target.
Stunned by the amount of shots they've had and yet not converted. And time is really going to be where the factor of the series will be drawing the line to AW3. Plenty of shots there. You can see at the overlay at the bottom of each player. And suddenly, they still keep knocking here. I think this case here, it's great to be truthfully honest with you. AW3 is just stuck on the same repetition at the moment. They have to break out of this rhythm at the moment.
You know, I think honestly, I would disagree. I think they're sustaining some great offense. You know, it's okay that they're missing some shots, some chances, but I think the base of what they have is great. They just have to put these shots on target.
Wow, there we have it. Big saying they should keep on going, and why not when you can keep doing it? Shot at the, off their own back defensive line. Will not necessarily play habitational wise. Imax mistake. Good demo, however. An infield passing shot and another crossbar denial. At this point here, AW3 must be getting tilted.
They must be, but they can't give up quite yet. Let's see if they can get this one out of their own half. Instead, Mino's going to bring this one around the corner. Big clear. Alexit going to keep this on. 15 seconds to go. They're just going to waste so much time.
10 seconds, and Inferno, big wide open net. So the backboard was also available for a free stack, not happening. And do you know what? Credit to their opposition in the form of Athletix. They have came in, they lost the first game, ball maybe still propped up to them. And now AW3's got to do what they didn't the last time around. Quick rounding shot, blow, and the glance. 1-1 series.
Oh my goodness. Athletix Esports delivering AW3 their first game loss of the tournament. This is great, Danny. A 1-0 game 1, a 1-0 game 2. We're tied right up. This is so close. Unreal.
It's fabulous set of performance there, and I said AW3 was the master of closing out games as well. But when they're down and they've been suffering, this is their first real challenge, because if you looked at it, they know how to control it. You said it yourself. When they have pressure, when they have contain it, and I agree with you, they should have continued it. Maybe they need to adapt a bit off it, but they cannot allow their opposition to get in front of them. They have not seemed to have an answer yet.
I'm looking at the shot opportunities available for Athletix last game. Plentiful. I think it was 10 shots on goal. AW3 had 10 shots on goal. Athletix had 4. They converted one of them. Goodness. They played unreal defense.
Really the question of quality versus quantity. Which side would you prefer to be on? And AW3 certainly has the quantity. Let's see if they can now finally have a bit of quality in game number 3 as they advance further upfield. And the last time we've seen this particular matchup before was no more than 5 minutes ago, and it was the French side who scored first in AW3. Just, you have to feel a bit of heartache for them.
Danny, they can't find the net. It's like the same thing in game 2. Now it's being replicated. He have all these chances. Just throw it on. Oh goodness, you know, we make it sound so easy as Fireman Jonas, heeding my calls for action, finds this angle.
Well, sometimes you may have a bit of difficulty sticking the ball into the net. When you cannot find it, you just go, where is it sometimes? AW3 responds in kind. They know where it is. They've got the target. They've got it mapped out. Now they need to find a second one, but their opposition likewise. It's been 1-0, whoever wins it either side. I like to see a bit of variation. Let's see 1-1.
I want to see Athletix tie this one up. It'll be great for them. Oh, that was a very interesting save off that side post. Worked out in the AW3 favor. They kept Athletix Esport away from their net. Watch out for another opportunity. AW3, they're trying to extend this lead here. If they can cushion this, they'll feel a little bit more comfortable.
It's a nice pop right across. Delicate little pass, but it's ideal in the demo by Inferno. Was nice, it was smart, and Jonas beaten. And for the first time this series, it is 1-1 with 90 gone.
And this was a big demo on Sieb. That ball was going to be cleared. Instead, it becomes a free opportunity for Alexit. And this is the kind of initiative you want to see from Athletic Esports right here. Keep on pushing through, tie this one up. Now, Danny, we have a real series on our hands.
Oh.
What a doink! Oh my goodness!
Just the moment you said real series there, I looked at that orange net of AW3 and I thought, there isn't a keeper there. Oh dear. How badly would this have to go in for them? And you've got to feel sympathetic for AW3 as the amount of shots they've had, the pelt at the net at times, have not scored. But you've summed it up nicely. It is becoming to more of a real series. But where is the change going to come from? We've already have the answer.
Oh goodness. This is the Alexit show here, but MX setting up as well. I thought Fireman Jonas was probably thinking that was going to be a more direct shot on net. Instead, that slight touch away to give that a free opportunity to his teammate. Opened it right open. Athletix Esports, they take the lead.
Well, for the first time, AW3's got to find 2 goals to win it. That has been non-strange territory for them, and a quick little ball back into middle. And it's been a bit of a strange sort of turnaround at the tables. AW3 in defence and no answer, it seems to be, in game 3.
Let's see, no answers indeed, Fireman Jonas. I mean, I don't doubt Jonas anymore because of that ridiculous angle early on in this game. So I see the ball in his hands and I start to panic for Athletix.
When you've casted Jonas plenty of times, you really do become from doubter to believer. He can whip up some magical goals at times. But see, we're like a bit of Starlight himself here. No pass into the middle just yet. Soft one into the middle, and Inferno blocked away. And credit here to the defence, they're holding out this time. Straight down, blocks away. I have not seen a team who sits on the goal line as much and still defend as almost if it's upfield. Fabulous stuff from them so far.
Yeah, usually you're expecting the defense to be rotating into position, always ready to go. So you have that forward momentum to make the save. But Athletix Esports, you know, they're just chilling right now. And you know, if it's working for them, hey, you know, you can't really knock it.
Well, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Oh,
but
man.
how about Sieb knocking the defender?
Well, I mean, this is a very tough position for MX. You can tell, you can see he's trying to get away from Sieb, but Sieb is not having any of it. You know, if MX could just get slight of bit of distance between him and Sieb, maybe could have had an opportunity, but you know, it was a 2v1 situation. It's not going to bode well for the defense.
Well, they'll have to find a response quickly if they want to have their lead restored here. Athletic Esports themselves straight down. Not back into the middle. They have played very direct so far, now using the wing to try and maybe bamboozle AW3, and their defence is left wide open. It has worked out with a minute and under AW3, where did you go?
Well, I'm trying to see where the defense was. Sieb was front post, and you never want to be that position already front post. That ball will swing right by you, and you won't have any sort of chance. I didn't see who was coming into that mid-post position there, but it was just a little bit too late. So a little bit of discombobulation on the side of the defense gave that free opportunity to Athletix. Now 42 seconds left. They're trying to take match point.
Well, a quick shot and the clearance once more comes around, and this has been a fabulous turn of events in Game 3 in Inferno. One more!
No!
And the crossbar denies it! Sieb with a mighty pinch, but how much belief do you think he actually had on that one?
I mean, I saw this first shot from Inferno, and I was like, a classic AW3, right? Like, this ball not going to find its way in, but they get it done. I love the rebound attempt as well. You can't give up on any play, and that was textbook.
Well, they didn't have much time to give up, but it was a must-score opportunity. They have converted when the time coming down as it has done so with the goals that has flurried. We might see one or two more chances, likelihood OT. And Greg, I would like to put you on the spot if you don't mind. Which way is it going to go?
Oh, you know what? I'm really loving the energy that we're seeing from AW3 so far. They've had a little bit of an issue going from Game 2 into Game 3, but I think they've really fixed it. They're applying a lot of good pressure. Now they're starting to put things on target. And then watch out right here, shot on target! Big save from MX.
Had to, unless they want to fail match point. And this here by Sieb's got to be careful. Still touch to Inferno. Excellent bit of field position by AW3. Aware of their surroundings. Popped into the middle. Double commit here. And this could be costly. Very costly. And Jonas, mighty block. Good goal stopper at times. And Inferno would just like to have that ball back again. And Sieb will happily take from his own.
MX going to play this one away. Alexa is there. Misses, though. This could be an opportunity, but nobody on the side of AW3. Shot! Crossbar, but Sieb with the nice catch. He's going to try to corral this one away from the defense. Said Mino's going to have a free shot. This is coming down to just milliseconds of reaction time for this defense of AW3, trying to keep the offense of Athletix away.
Jonas once more, but a poor block by his standards allows us one to find the small gap in defence. AW3 trying to solidify after a few mistakes earlier on in this particular game that was costly. And this could be a dangerous pass, but a shot on target. They've gone for that time and time again. They've got to realise the defence is well astute to this now.
Everything coming together here, but AW3 going to continue this pressure. Inferno's going to run around. MX and Alexa stuck on the same side of the field, but gives Alexa a free opportunity. Someone should have been up from AW3 to apply that pressure. Instead, they're going to play a little bit conservatively, going to rotate back on their defense. Inferno to Stephen Fireman Jones. Big double commit. This could be an opportunity. Shot on target. Mino playing it safe, but playing it too safe. The defense is going to be able to get the save here, but that's a free open net.
Let that just simmer in for a second. We were talking about AW3 and it was almost a case of a matter of when, not if they scored. And somehow, in some way, Athletix, Esports themselves, through Mino, gets the goal. And yet again, the defence corrects for AW3. They did not drop a single game in the entirety of the run to this very point. They've dropped 2 now, mate.
They have dropped 2.
Frankly,
It's very scary right now, but a huge double commit right before that play led to that event. Unfortunate for them, but you can't make those mistakes. You're playing with the upper echelon of field teams from the past 7 months, been working so hard to get to this point. Little mistakes like that, they're very critical in nature. Oh, they are going to be very costly. Now they're going to be playing from behind here going into Game 4. AW3, though, they've dropped games, but, you know, they're still in this. Don't count them out just yet. But Athletix, I think that was an excellent job from them to take advantage of that free opportunity. Again, they're not going to get many of those from AW3, so it's very crucial that they take advantage of all of those chances.
Well, summarizes that quite nicely. Match point. AW3 will be hoping to find some kind of response, and a double demo of kickoff here. A bit of an unusual start so far. And AW3 back in game to field the defense here, and a quick shot wide it will turn. But let's us not forget that AW3 they let 3 goals in last time around in the sort of regulation period. That was the detriment to their performance. Milo, good control at the midline here. Do you know what, I love the fact AW3, we praised them earlier for the positional game here. Their opposition has outplayed them in that department.
Right now, Athletix Esports keeping this ball on that orange half. Very, very great way to start game 4. Don't give them any sort of chance. Shot on target. Dipped a little too low to the ground there, but you can see they're trying to solidify this game right here, right now. They don't want to give AW3 any sort of semblance of momentum. If they do that, it could be costly.
A quick shot, Inferno straight down!
Oh, wow.
And Fireman Jonas! They play with all the angles on that one, but a straight blank shot on net also works as equally as well. 1-0.
I mean, that placement from Inferno to give Jonas that opportunity was unparalleled, unreal. The defense had no idea it was coming. They were just sitting on that goal line wondering, oh, what was that?
So far, we could probably agree that may have been the best shot so far here at the semi-final stage. And AW3, credit to them, they have been knocked down, hit onto the canvas and got themselves back up from it. And Seam trying to give a bit of a give and go there, sadly, not on the same sheet this time.
1.5 here into game 4, so much on the line. AW3, they need to find a second goal. They know that one goal won't cut it anymore. They learned that after game 3. Athletix, though, trying to reestablish this possession. They started the game off very well, keeping this ball in the orange half. Big demo! Gonna leave that goal without a defender, and they're gonna tie it up.
We've seen this evidently from the last game, and it seems to be the one where most of the analysis and how the momentum will go through, but the defender taken out rightly so, ties at 1-1. It's almost a bit of deja vu unfolding again.
But we know this series is going to be very tight, and rightfully so, it will continue to be Alexit. MX, oh, I just love the creativity from both these teams. It's so incredible, their awareness of where their teammates are on the field, and you can just tell the communication is extremely efficient.
It has been an absolute treat. And to be fair, I think Esports had the flair, the style, and the substance to match with it. And we've seen Inferno's had a similar shot. The pass, however, not working, spills into the middle. AW3, however, not recovered in time and will suffer the consequences.
This is so unfortunate. You can just tell. Desperately, they just were not in position. 2 players in that corner. Inferno on their own on the goal line. It just was not looking good. AW3's defense just discombobulated.
See, pops that one up, and with this sort of reaching half time as well. So the fact that the series of AW3 does not win it, we will be, and I would like to use this word politely, robbed of a game 5, because this has been excellent by both sides, but we have to sadly drop a team down to the losers brackets here, and that pass in play, we might have seen game 5, but MX says no.
Oh goodness, you can see him stretching for that save, and from one side of the field to the other, now involved on this offense is just how incredible this Athletix team is. Look at this pass. Oh goodness gracious, you can see Inferno was trying to get that down to the ground, but saw MX, or sorry, it was Alexit there, had to do an incredible job of just getting in front of that ball as well to keep that shot attempt away. It's just so much happening on the field. These players are so cognizant of.
So they can keep continuing through that play, however, without being put back to boot, as the good traditional Irish phrase is, to send it back right to your opposition's back wall or corner. 60 seconds basically left here for AW3 to search for an answer here. And Greek, if you were sitting there as the coach for the team, what would be the advice as they just conceded one?
Oh, goodness gracious. AW3, you're still in this. You have so many opportunities, and I've seen you score this series 2 goals in less than a minute of game time. They're just letting things slip away a little bit. I need to see some tenacity, some velocity from them. Speed things up. Make Athletix uncomfortable. You can start it right here on this play.
So far, they've got to start from their back final third. It looked promising, but the eye sadly deceived us off that fireman Jonas. He's been there. He's scored plenty of goals already. Seeb on the opposite side. Pace sadly beaten there. Quick shot right at the keeper. Back in field. It's has a go.
Oh.
And so far, they've been denied it every time on net here. And this here, you've got to give a bit of sympathy. AW3, time and time again, just cannot crack the defence.
They're just hounding the net right now. So many chances. This one's going to bounce in. No, big save from Minnow. Keep that one away. Dash the hopes, and then the open net opportunity on the transition. Athletix Esports, they're going to be booking their ticket to the winners finals.
AW3, you looked at their performance. They came in this opening series, it was fabulous, it was stellar. Then they had that game too, and you looked at, oh, alright, they lost 1-0. Don't panic, keep calm, keep collective. Game 3 unleashed a different beast that was untamed, that AW3 had no answer. And this time around, they will suffer not only one loss game-wise, an entire series. That's very much unfortunate for their cause.
Man, you know, Danny, this is a tough one. This is a really tough one, too, because AW3, they took game 1, but then Athletix just took the next 3 in a row. We call this as a very close series, but when you really look at each individual game, you kind of just see Athletix just take over after game 1. It's unfortunate for AW3 that this one slipped away in the last minute, but you know, you can't really hound on them for that too much because they were trying to overcome quite a deficit, so you can't blame them for pushing up a little too much. But wow, goodness gracious, what a great way to start our semifinal matches.
Oh, it's been fabulous, and do you know what? It can only get better than that. I feel slightly disappointed that we didn't get that game 5. It had the essence of it. The recipe was there, just sadly not there. But it doesn't mean it's the end. It's only the beginning, and there's plenty more matches yet to come.
Yeah, actually, we're going to go to a quick 5-minute break, though. But folks, when we come back, we'll have our second semifinal match of the evening. It's going to be White Demons versus Cavemen. And Danny, like, we have just been blessed with these great matches. Like, this is going to be a good one.
Oh, it's been fabulous so far.
Yeah, we'll be right back.